Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Do you know where Queen Naomi is? Ooni of Ife allegedly begged Dr. Lizzy to talk to him. Where is my son, for crying out loud? He screamed at Dr. Lizzy as they said Dr. Lizzy shedded tears, telling Kabiesi that she has nothing to do with where Naomi is, that she will be the last person that Naomi will want to tell where she is. The reason happens to be that with everything that has happened in the palace and how much people have betrayed Naomi, Naomi has become more, of that person that it takes so much for her to trust anybody, that she has absolutely nothing to do with where Queen Naomi is. Why should Kabiesi be asking her where Queen Naomi is? Because they said that when Dr. Elizabeth came under the circumstances to tell the Ooni of Ife that she was leaving, she wanted to go and stay with her parents so she can find some rest. That Oni became suspicious that perhaps Dr. Lizzy may know where Olori Naomi is. Now, the reason why the said Ooni of Ife asked Dr. Lizzy that question was because when Naomi came into the palace, Dr. Lizzy and Naomi were quite close. Yes, they were close in the palace. They said that Dr. Lizzy was always in the royal manner with Olori Naomi. They would sit down there, they would gist, they would laugh, and they were really, really close. Remember when they said that the Oloris should not cook for the Ooni of Ife, where Naomi was cooking from Akure for the Ooni of Ife. You know that time Naomi was had not started coming to the palace. When she finished cooking, is Dr. Lizzy who will bring the food to the Ooni of Ife. Now, for you people to have this kind of connection, being married as co-wives to the king, there must be a lot of trust because Naomi makes the food, Dr. Lizzy brings the food. If anything goes wrong along the way, they will blame both of them. So they had a connection, like they had something going for them, and that is why the Ooni of Ife is quite convinced that there is no way Naomi is going to just go incommunicado without letting Dr. Elizabeth know where she is. And Ooni of Ife is also aware of the fact that, knowing Dr. Elizabeth, if Naomi had said to Dr. Elizabeth, look, this is where I am, do not let anybody know, they said Dr. Elizabeth will keep to that because Dr. Elizabeth is somebody that, you can trust with everything. So Oni is very convinced that Dr. Elizabeth knows where she is. And Oni, of course, knows that the parents, the mother, the family to Olori Naomi knows where Olori Naomi is, but they are not telling. Her phones are off and all of that. And they say that Kabiesi is in a very frustrated place right now because he is doing everything that is within his power to try and get Olori Naomi, that he has gone everywhere looking for Olori Naomi, trying to ask people, sending people, even his intel. They are not able to tell him where Olori Naomi is. And you know that Olori Naomi is a very sensible person. Even though she's not quick to take in some kind of action, she waits until she's led by the spirit. Now, the one way Ooni of Ife was sure he was always going to know where Olori Naomi would be was with the Israeli, security attaché. But Naomi, the first thing Naomi did was to fire the man. And when Naomi fired the man, Kabiesi knew that that was problem. That was not good at all. That was not going to end up well for him. And immediately Naomi fired the man. The man left, and the man was on his own. Did not even tell Kabiesi until Kabiesi called. And then the man said, look, your wife has already fired me. And then Naomi went her own way. Apparently, if that man had told the Ooni of Ife at the time that Naomi had fired him, maybe Ooni would have said, follow her, follow her, follow her. And following her would be that wherever she goes to, Ooni would have known where to find Naomi. But up until now, they say Olori Naomi has gone incommunicado. Olori Naomi has not been found. Ooni has not seen Olori Naomi. Olori Naomi is so far away from the Ooni of Ife. And that was why the Ooni of Ife felt really frustrated when he posed that question on Dr. Elizabeth, if Dr. Elizabeth knows where Olori Naomi was. And they said the woman cried. That was, after she had already told the Ooni of Ife she was leaving, she wasn't going to stay. And they said she cried and told Oni of Ife that Naomi, even if Naomi were to tell anybody where she would be, Naomi will not tell her because Naomi knows how much she wants Naomi to come to the palace so they can be together. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.